Recording in progress.
Okay, good. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay, good. Hey, by the way, I also inform you like about 10 o'clock.
I don't remember.
You shouldn't blame your mom entirely also. Everybody makes
Sorry,
mistakes.
sorry.
No, I mean 我有跟他说嘛 I mean Lorena 也是有说10点，可能他没有沟通给你是吗？
没说，老师，我把第二部分发给你。
可以了。Okay, so let's get started. But next time, I think Lorena, you should let your mom know also because, I mean, your mom is too busy with her work, of course. Then you should be responsible for your lessons and your own life. You know, you can't depend on your mother all the time. Okay, you need to take some responsibility on your own. Or did you not see my message like about 10?
Okay.
Did you see the 10 a.m. today?
No.
It was in the WhatsApp, you know. Or you just ignore the message or what? Okay.
I just check and then go out.
Yeah, so you check and go out means you didn't look at the message at all, you mean?
Yeah.
Okay, so this shows that okay, anyway, so this whole thing, right, shows your attitude on your life. You don't really care much. You can't just put all responsibility on us. Can you show some good attitude? Like show some responsibility? You are in Sec 1, right? Yes? Secondary school. Okay? I'm not going to blame your mom for today. I'm going to blame you because you are responsible as well. Alright? So show some responsibility on your side. Okay? Your mom can't take care of you all the time. Alright? Okay, good. Good enough for all the nonsense stuff. Okay, we need to get back to your work. And by the way, we need to see progress from you. Okay, let's take a look at the first part of the paper. Alright, so here, okay, I think the first question is super easy and super simple. Okay, you just have to do the prime factorization. So 2 marks, easily you can get that, right? And now you need to get a perfect square. Hello? Are you listening?
Yes.
Can you see my screen?
Yes.
Okay, good. So, okay, in order to get a perfect cube, right? Over here is perfect cube. And you don't show your steps. What is this? I don't understand this. This is not the way I teach you to show perfect cube. Can you show me perfect cube? You can draw on this one, right? What is cube? You don't even understand the basic stuff. Cube.
Cube is
cube.
square.
This is cube. You are telling me this is cube.
No.
Then? So if you see, you keep making this mistake again. Square and cube, you can't even identify, or you can't differentiate the two, or you don't bother, is it?
Square is this one. Is this one?
Yeah. So I'm asking you. You are showing. So what is this? I'm asking you this.
This one's square.
Okay, then. So basically, we are talking about perfect cube, and you give me square root. Does it make sense?
No.
Huh?
No.
Then what you're supposed to show me then, when we are talking about perfect cube?
This.
Yes, so that means you need to start with the right thing. We are talking about perfect cube, and then you should give me a cube root. I remember you make this mistake last time, and you keep making this mistake. Who is going to help you then? I mean, simple stuff. Perfect cube, square. I mean, perfect cube, cube root. Perfect square, square root. No one can help you. So from all of my observations so far, right, you keep making the same mistake again and again and again, and it shows in you ignoring the message about 10 a.m. today or 11 a.m. today. It sums up your attitude towards life. I mean your own life, not our life, your own life. We are talking about perfect cube here. Open your eyes. Perfect cube, you at least give me a cube root instead of a square root. If you don't understand, if you don't know the answer, I'm fine with that. But if you are asked to give a perfect cube, you're supposed to give a cube root at least. Cube root. Start off with the right thing first. If your answer is wrong, I'm fine. But you give me square root, I'm not fine. It's like you are a lady, you go to the gents toilet, you know. Is it fine?
No.
Then people ask you like a perfect cube, you give square root. What nonsense you are doing? And I remember you make this same mistake again, okay? It's not that, oh, this is your first time. Oh, then okay, first time can be excused. The same mistake again and again. By the way, it's just like you are a lady, you go to the gents toilet, you know. It doesn't work. Okay? We are not asking a lot from you, by the way. Just a perfect cube. Give me a cube root to start with. Not a square root. Or you don't even read question. Can you help me clear your screen? Thanks. So are you going to make the same mistake again?
No.
Like you are a girl but you go to the gents room? You stop making this mistake, okay? Otherwise I keep using this example. Like a lady refused to go into the ladies' room. Okay? Insisted on going to the gents room. Perfect cube. So start off with cube root. And then you have this 360k, right? So just write down 325k. So what question you ask yourself? Start off from here. So how you start? So start with the cube root. Then what's the next step? Because it's perfect cube. Perfect cube is cube root.
Whether it is divisible by 3.
Again?
Whether it is divisible by 3.
Divisible by 3. So how? Okay. So you can write on the screen, yeah. So how? From here.
If there is a 3 strand,
Okay, so you don't need to give 2, right? I mean, you don't need to give any 2, right? For the k here, because it's
because there's already 3.
Yes. Okay, good. So no need a 2. Next.
You must give 3 to k.
Yep. Why? Because you need one more 3. Okay, so k must have a 3. Very good. Next. So the 3 is gone. The 2 is also gone. Yes. Next.
You must give 5.
How many 5s?
1.
1 is enough?
Because 5 cannot be.
No, is 1 enough? How many 5s? Now the question is how many 5s?
3.
3 5.
10:30.
You need 3 5.
1 5.
1 5 is enough? This is what?
3.
This is cube
2
root.
5.
Hold on. This is cube root, not 3. You see keyword once again. You don't even know how to pronounce this. This is cube root. This is not 3. So you already have 1 5. So how many 5 you need to give in order to be cube rooted? How many 5 you need to give?
2 5s.
2 5s, yes. Because you need to give it 2 5s, then it will be 5 to the power 3. Then cube root can cancel the 5 to the power 3. So therefore, the answer is 3 times 5 times 5, which is 75. That's the way you do this question, not by punching calculator. This is not the way. You are supposed to show this way. Reason out. Okay, so the actually the main mistake over here for you is you refuse to read the question is perfect cube and you read as perfect square. Maybe, I don't know. Okay, you are a girl, you're supposed to go to the girls room. Are you clear? So when the question asks you perfect cube, you should start with the cube root. Okay,
Okay.
all right, good. Next. So concept wise, no problem. Can you help me clear your screen? Thank you. Okay, next. So over here, right, negative integer. So for this question, actually you need to okay. Before you do this question, it's good that you have that I call that the tree branch. Okay, if you still remember the tree branch, the real number, then you split to the real number. You split to what? Can you still remember?
Rational and irrational.
Very good. Okay, it's good that you remember. Yes. So if you remember the tree branch, then you should be able to solve questions later. Okay, so give me some examples of irrational numbers.
Pi.
Pi, yes, very good. One more.
This.
This is not the one. Actually, this 0.71, right, dot above, right, belong to rational. So you see, once again, can you help me erase your, yeah, thanks. So in a way, right, so actually square root 2 is one of them. So what is the definition of irrational number? Actually, you can get it from the pi. So pi is equal to, if you, can you help me get the pi out? Is actually 3.14115 something, right?
3.14155.
Okay, good. So basically, the pi value in the calculator shows you what is an irrational number. So the definition of irrational number is non-stop and no pattern. Okay, non-stop and no pattern. You know as no pattern? No pattern means it's not like 3.14141414. So this one is, it has pattern. Can you see it has pattern? The 1 and the 4 repeat itself, right? You can also so-called denote the 3.1414 in this manner. So this one is 3.1414, continue. So this one is got pattern one. This one is got pattern. So it has pattern, right? Therefore, the just now the example given by you, right? 0.71. Okay, so just now the example 0.771 with 2 dot above, right? It doesn't belong to the irrational one. It belongs to the rational one. So in fact, the rational one of them is the 0.71 with a dot above. Okay, one of the example. Then what is another example of rational number?
36.
So that's called integer. Okay, Then another one is called fraction. Okay, so fraction you can, by the way, fraction you can give yourself example like 1/3. Then for integer you still need to branch out further. You got negative integer, then you got 0, and then you get positive integer. Okay, then this tree branch of real numbers is complete for your level. Okay, it's not complete for other level, but for your set 1 level, good enough. Alright?
Okay.
So if you remember this tree branch, then now I think you should get this question correct. So a negative integer, so that means should be here lah, should be here. Okay, so negative integer, so I look at it, so this one will give you what? This one will give you -1, right?
No.
Yeah, if you get you need to punch the calculator.
-1.
Yeah, so this gives you -1. So -1 is a negative integer, right? Right? So therefore you put the here lo. So this is your negative integer. So negative square root 7 over square root 7. Then after that there is no more negative integer, so stop. So 36, where you put 36, you should put the positive there lo, here. Okay? Yeah. The positive integer. So 36 you should put under here. So the negative 0.025, yeah, you can put like decimal number or here, like, because this is the one of the branch is for, actually one of the branch is actually for decimal number. So therefore your this minus 0.025 should be under the decimal number. So 3/7, very easy lah. 3/7 should be the fraction. So you just basically draw this branch out and then just find their home lah. Okay, where they belong. Okay? 4 pi over 2 is 2 pi, so this is irrational. So 4 pi over 2 is here. Then the last one, 0.71, like I say, yeah, is decimal. So once you draw this real number tree branch out, then you just find their home. Alright, just find their home and then you can solve all questions. Okay, so the first answer should be a negative integer, so it should be this. And then they ask for perfect square. Perfect square is 36 is a perfect square. Very good. Any other than nope, that's all. Right, irrational number. Yep, irrational number. I have 4 pi over 2. That's it. 4 pi over 2 only. 4 pi over 2 only. This one belong to the decimal number, so no. This one belong to the negative number, so no. Okay. So what is the problem here that that fails you? You can't remember the tree branch of the real numbers. By the way, I will say most of my other students, they remember the tree branch already. Actually, the tree branch is not so hard, by the way. It's not so hard. It's pretty simple. Just like you need to remember perfect cube, you need to have what? For perfect cube, you start off with
3.
You can't even remember the word, the key word. You tell me 3. What 3 you are talking about? This is called 3. Are you from P2? 3? What is this? What is this sign called? 3.
Cube.
Yes. By the way, this is called cube root, not cube. This is called cube root. By the way, you have moved on to set 1 already. This is called cube root. If you tell me 3 one more time, you are just like your brother. Your brother is in P2. Okay, your P2 brother, if your brother tell me this is 3, I can accept. But you are in set 1. This is cube root. This is square root. Stop using your own words. Start using the keywords that I teach you. Alright? Perfect cube means start off with cube root. Similarly, real number tree branch. Okay? What is the definition of irrational number? Non-stop, no pattern. Alright? Can we move on?
Yes.
Okay, good. So in fact, right, your integer here, you don't need to remember this. You just need to remember the tree branch. So under integer, you just give yourself plus integer, positive integer, minus integer, and then 0 in between. So you just have to remember this branch. Okay, like a tree branch like that. Okay? I think this diagram of real number is a very good pictorial representation for student to memorize this rational numbers, irrational numbers, and then sometimes perfect square, perfect cube stuff. Alright? Next. Okay, so for this two significant figure, so what is so important about two significant figure is you need to find out the first non-zero. That's the key. First non-zero is a significant figure. Okay, so for this, okay, very good. How come you draw a line here? Wrong.
I didn't draw.
No line. Oh, okay, good. Okay, then for this one, very good. Then for this one, the first is here actually. So this is the second. Very good. By the way, you're not supposed to give one more zero. You know why? If you give one more zero, it's going to be how many significant figure here? 3. Yes, because this is 1, this is 2, this is 3. Very good. Very good. Okay? So don't make this mistake. Okay? Every mark counts. Okay? You cannot afford to lose any mark. Because you need to score as much as possible for mathematics. Because I see across all your subjects, I think mathematics you can score really well, so that this mathematics it can so-called raise the average of all the other subjects. And you need to score well in mathematics. I think this is the so-called the most hopeful one. The most hopeful subject that you can score so well, maybe 80 plus, so you then therefore you can bring up the rest of the other subjects. Do you agree? Because I look at your report book, I see that hey, you have, I mean, even though you might not agree that mathematics is easy for you, but actually you perform the best in mathematics among all subjects. The rest is C, then D, then E and F. Okay, so make sure you score in mathematics. Alright. Okay, so for this one, estimate the value to 1 So the first job you need to do is use your calculator, get this value. Let me see. Estimate value of this. Yeah. So you need to get this out using calculator first. So let me see. This one.
Estimate the value.
Okay, so you try to use this technique lah. So you get all to one significant figure first ah. Okay, not wrong, not wrong. Okay. 等一下，你这是 times you miss out the times. So okay, good. Very clear. Very clear workings. Okay, so like I say, I really see that you have hope in mathematics to so-called raise your average of other subjects. So make sure that you score well for mathematics. Next, 3 terms. So what is common? Okay, simple. Q is common. Just get it out and okay. So of course we must write the Q properly lah. So to differentiate from the 9 lah, right? Okay, so this is another question that involves the, you see, hence, hence that means you need to use factorization. I think we talked about this question the other time, right? Can you remember? This type of question, remember? That question maybe is this. I cannot remember very well, but that question I think is this. And yeah, the question is this. So you have this common, right? Then you just take it out times then 590 plus 410. So this will give you 1000. So you can do this quickly without using the calculator, you know. Right? Remember this? Mm. So therefore for this question, so you need to find the value. So you need to, like, so you, okay, so what is common? 70 is common, right? Can you see 70 is common? So take out the 70. Actually, you should take out the
But
70.
in the end, minus 12 times 70.
You mean you put the bracket here, right?
Yeah.
Okay, but okay, so okay, good that you raised this question, but ultimately you still need to, okay, even though let's say you don't take out the 70 together, okay, hold on, let me just get this out to a PowerPoint. Good that you put a bracket. Okay, some bracket it affects the answer, some bracket it never affect the answer. So now we need to talk about which minus need affect. But good that you remember to put the bracket. Very good. So you see, for me or for your mom, it's okay to make mistakes if the mistake is excusable. But we cannot excuse you for mistake like, oh, cube, and then you go and give me square root. This kind of mistake we can't accept. Okay. Now get back to this question. So if you have this 39 times 70, so you remember to put the bracket, which is very good. So over here, the bracket is a times, right? This is times, This is times, So if times, right, do you do the first arrow and second arrow? Compare to this. Compare to a plus. So for the plus, you do the first arrow, you get minus 12. Then for the next one, you get minus plus 78. And these two will give you the minus. So in the end, you get minus 12 minus 70. So this is for the plus. Okay? But this is times. So when you have times, do you do first arrow, second arrow?
No.
Why no? Okay, so in a way, right? Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Plus times 12 times 70.
Mm-hmm. Again?
Because mass times 12 times 70, because it's inside the bracket.
So in a way, right, we are talking about, we have minus here, we have times here. What we do first?
Times.
Yes, so we do times first.
But if we do that, then we cannot remove the 7 from the 70.
Hold on first. I'm going to demonstrate to you, okay? I'm going to demonstrate to you. So in a way, right, so we need to do times first, because minus and times, we need to do times first. So we don't need to do first arrow and second arrow. That's one thing we need to tell ourselves. Okay, good that you are asking questions. I'm so happy you are asking questions. Thumbs up. So now, times and minus, we need to do the times first. But when I say we need to do the times first, you are right. We shouldn't do the times first, because once we do the times, we cannot take out the common factor already. Okay, but now you know what? We need to do the times first. So therefore, right, in fact, this bracket is not needed. In a way, it's not needed. Okay, so this shows that the bracket is not needed. Okay? You can put the bracket, but even though, let's say, next time if the question gives you a bracket, right, actually for times, this bracket is not needed actually. Okay, but for plus, inside, the bracket is needed. Okay, so after this, then, but in a way, right, so therefore what you need to do here is, okay, just take out common factor, 70, then you just 39 left, minus 12, plus 73. Then you continue. Okay, so this is 27 plus 73, so it should be 70 times 100, so that will give you 7,000. Okay, so remember, for times the bracket is not needed, but let's say if you have the bracket, you can also just remove the bracket. Okay, by the way, if our session just, okay, never mind, before our session is gone, right, let's move on to Google Meet, because these days I keep using Google Meet. because Google Meet there is no time limit. Let me launch my Google. Let me just use Google Meet lah.
I don't have Google Meet.
You just have to use the Google Chrome. Do you have the Google browser?
Don't have.
Okay, never mind. I send you the link. Don't worry. Just these days, just based on the link one. Google Meet is not an app. It's just a browser. You just key this in and then you get in already. Yeah. Never mind. I send you now. Don't worry. Okay, so we are talking about what? We are talking about the bracket after the minus sign. So let me send you to the chat. Then you just log in. Okay. Can you click on the link without going out of Zoom? You are there already?
No.
Google Meet. Or do you need to log into Google account?
I don't know how to.
You don't know how to do Okay, never mind. Then we get back to Zoom lah. Okay, next time you come to my house, then I show you. Okay, never mind. Stick to Zoom lah. Then later when we log off, then we log in again lah. Okay? Yeah, get back to Zoom, please. Okay, good. So basically, just now what we talk about is you need to differentiate the two when you need when the bracket is actually the bracket is needed or not needed. So we are talking about this kind of question. Let me just give you another one. Versus times. Okay, so this question. So you have minus, then after there is a bracket, and inside the bracket is a plus. So therefore you need to give it first arrow, second arrow. Because over here is plus, over is minus. So minus and plus, what you do first? Minus and plus, wait, what you do first? Between minus and plus, what you do first?
Minus.
No, actually between minus and plus, right? Do you know minus and plus, they are of the same priority? So you do left to right.
So
You
do
do from
minus
left.
first.
So you do minus first, yes. So in a way, right, your this minus, right, that's why you need to go in. Are you clear?
Yes.
But now for this is example 1. But example 2, right, if you look at this, there is a minus y here, and then there is a times 2. Yes, so after the minus sign, you put a bracket, right? Yeah, I agree with you. Then now you put the bracket already, but now you ask yourself, this is times, this is minus. So therefore, between minus and times, you need to do times first, right? You need to do times first, right? So if you do times first, right, your this 2y, right? So in a way, right, there is no difference. That means your this minus will not go in, like first arrow and second arrow. So you have no first arrow, you have no second arrow, then your this bracket you can just remove without affecting anything for this example 2. For times, the bracket is not needed. But for this plus, right, the bracket is needed. Or minus, yeah. Okay? So therefore this question, right, the question here, this bracket is not needed actually. Yeah, you can simply just remove the bracket without affecting anything. Then after that, you just take out the common factor 70 and then you should solve the question already. Are you clear? Okay, good. Yeah. Yes. Next. So like I say, if just we lock out, then we just lock in again later. Okay, this question they ask you to simplify, right? Simplify means you need to expand and then combine. So simplify, okay. A lot of students they don't know what is simplify. If simplify means expand or remove the brackets. Are you clear? So if you expand, just arrow. Why you need to arrow in? Because it's minus and this is times. So you do the times first. So you arrow in. So arrow in, then combine simulator, very good. 2 mark easily get. Then for this we have been doing this kind of question always. Okay, and then you keep making the same mistake lor. This is an expression or this is an equation.
Expression.
If there's an expression, can you delete the denominator?
No.
So cannot delete denom. Then this one can delete. Then how come you go and delete the denom for this one? So when you learn, you make all the mistakes out there. That means if okay, next time I should create a Loriana mistake list, mistake list. So I'm going to share this list with my other students. Okay, you make all the common mistakes out there. Why Purposely, is it?
No.
Okay, so I'm going to compile your own mistake list. Okay, I purposely misspell the mistake as mistake. Okay, I'm going to compile this list. I'm going to send to you. I'm going to send to my other students as well. For any mistake you make in your mistake list, right, is inexcusable. Okay, so over here I can only give you 1 mark out of 3. Okay, concept wise you have no problem, but just that you keep forgetting. I don't know whether you could keep forgetting or you do it purposely already these days. Okay, move on. Okay, good. So this one is factorize. So factorize, if you see q minus 1, just factorize leh. They say factorize leh. Factorize, you go and expand. You go and expand and what for what? You know what's factorize?
Yeah.
Wait. I know you circle the last part, but what I'm trying to say is people give you in this format and you go and do other stuff. Okay, what I'm trying to say, people ask you to factorize and then your step 1 is go to expand. Does it make sense or not? Does it make sense?
No, but that's not the normal format.
What format you are talking about? This one I can give you 1 mark. This is not factorizing format. Who says it's not factorizing format? Let me show you. But before it ends, probably just log back in. So can you see common? I mean, factorize is all about common term. Factorization is about common term. So this is 2 is common. Okay, take out. Then after that, 3p plus p. Then after that, this 3p plus p is 4p. That's it. Done. But here I can only give you 1 mark. But when people ask you to factorize, you go and expand. Step 1 is very wrong. Okay. Never mind. Let's re-log in again. Okay. I will end the section here and re-log in again. Yeah. Can? Let's re-log in again immediately. Thanks.